2019, yeah. Always down to take one for my team, yeah. Hit the Grand Prix the globe, I'm astonished.
What's up, my name is Devin Phaly. I'm a content creator from Sioux City, Iowa, and I'm part of Honeywave Media. And I want to start by making more videos of behind the scenes and the process behind the videos that I make. And a lot of people know me who have seen my work. I've done a lot of music videos, so today we're going to start with a music video that I edited and shot for Quan Draper and for his song QB1. The whole basis of the song, if you heard the song, is really high energy, so we wanted to make the music video really high energy. And if you've heard of the Netflix documentary series QB1, it kind of reflects off that, where there's a person who's like a star quarterback or a star player and has got a lot of notoriety and is very popular. We wanted to kind of put that into this music video where we shot it at a football field, on Morningside football field, and got a whole bunch of different shots and angles and utilized the field a little bit. And then we rented one of Delta's conference rooms over across the bridge in South Sioux, and we set up a podium with a backdrop, and basically what that represents is him speaking to a press conference or speaking to his fans. We also did like a mock signing. The last part we kind of switched up a bit. We rented a mezzanine over at the Abu Bakr Shrine Temple downtown. We wanted to show not just the player side, but the really high class professional side of Quan. He's kind of got like a couple different personas in this video. It's kind of cool to see. So yeah, I'll just show you a little bit of it and then go through that process between the shots and the editing. So we're on to premiere, and the opening scene, we wanted to show him walking up to the podium, and you can see a little bit of people in the seats. And as the start of the music video, it's kind of like working up towards something, so not really sure where he's walking up to, but we can just watch it right now. For this scene specifically, is just a little bit of add-on. We wanted to get somebody watching him on TV, so we recorded everything and I edited the music video, and then we went back and shot this and put it on the TV so it could be displayed.
Real bosses do real boss shit. In my bag, I'm a lot, QB1. I'm the guy that gotta stop, QB1. My name's hot on the block, QB1.
So you see Quan up here on the field goal post. It was a struggle to get him up there. Behind the scenes. But props to him. It was cold that day when we went there in the morning, and we had to jump over the fence to get into the field. But yeah, getting this shot, I used the gimbal, and I was just kind of walking in a pan motion in front of him, so you can see a little bit of camera movement where it gets a good angle looking up. And yeah, it's just pretty smooth, I thought.
Everybody want my spot, QB1. In my bag, I'm a lot, QB1. I'm the guy that gotta stop, QB1. My name's hot on the block, QB1. Everybody want my spot, QB1. I pledge allegiance to the bags. I'm well connected, I don't lag.
As you can see, like already in the beginning of the music video, my style is I like to mix it up. So I used a lot of handheld, tripod, gimbal. You see a lot now where there's a lot of people using like gimbal shots, like mainly everything. And I feel like that's just kind of repetitive, or you just see a lot of people using gimbal, and it's not really, you got to get creative and use different types of movements, or, you know, plan out the shots ahead of time. And the gimbal is just kind of like, it's good, it's for smooth shots, but don't use it all the time. Like, be able to get creative and, you know, match the energy with the camera movements with a handheld, or, you know, maybe a tripod to just, it looks better maybe if it's a stagnant shot. So just notice that when I'm going through this music video.
My competition washed like a rag. What a life when I shop. I don't preview the tag, yeah. Let us struggle, wouldn't trade it, yeah. I get money and they hate it, yeah.
So this scene was actually at the conference part where Quan wanted to do like a mock-up signing where he was signing to like a team, and you can see him like he signs the contract and then he rips the paper and then puts on like the Quan Draper hat, like his merch. So that was really cool. I thought a little touch where, you know, he's representing himself. And basically it's just like a kind of punch to the face, like, oh, I don't need to sign to be on your team. And yeah, so that was just a really cool thing to add.
My reality's created and my talents understated. Me and Benny Frank related, now my moment's slated. In my bag, I'm a lock, QB1. I'm the guy that gotta stop, QB1. My name's hot on the block, QB1. Everybody want my spot, QB1.
Also, if you like, let me know in the comments, like, what do you like about this music video? What do you don't like? What do you see things that I can improve? Always looking for things to improve on and feedback, you know. So, you know, if you see something, like, let me know in the comments.
In my bag, I'm a lock, QB1. I'm the guy that gotta stop, QB1. My name's hot on the block, QB1. Everybody want my spot, QB1. 5 a.m. Rise and shine. Got the bag on my mind. No broke vibes, 2019, yeah. Always down to take one for my team, yeah. Hit the gram, pre the globe, I'm astonished.
As you can see, like, the mezzanine's kind of, it's got that like really old vintage classy feel to it. So we rented that out and it was just a good open space where we could film a whole bunch of performance shots. And I shot mostly with the gimbal. We used the window as like a backlight, and then we also just used like the pillars, and I shot from on top of the balcony on the second floor of the mezzanine. And yeah, it was just a really cool thing. Like, me and him were just up there, but just us two, and we were just like, all right, like, let's get creative, let's try to get some different shots. Like, what do you think looks good? And then he had like kind of a jacket, and he also had like his just white shirt that he had on. And I told him, I was like, dude, you should like go buy some champagne so you can like pour it or like pop it and use it as a prop on the music video. So not a lot of people know what actually goes on into a music video, and people just think, oh yeah, just point at the camera, use a gimbal, just shoot it, and they don't actually think about it ahead of time. And me and Quan had to actually communicate with the Delta Hotel. We had to communicate with the Shrine Temple to use their space and rent it. And you know, we had to film it on different days. It wasn't just all in one day. Like, sometimes you have to go and shoot on different days at work. You know, it's not always going to be perfect and everything's going to be done in one day. So we, in the span of like 3 weeks, we got everything filmed, and then within the next like week or so we got it edited, and yeah, it just turned out really good. Shout out to Quan for getting everything ready for me so it's seamless, so I can just like walk in with my equipment and film and, you know, get creative. He dealt with a lot of the communication, so that was a really good thing. It helped me a lot. So I feel like as an artist, like, it's important to know like your vision of the music video and your music, and not just some cool video that you want to make, but actually take time to plan it out and, you know, storyboard it, and, you know, think of the shots, think of the wardrobe, think of the places. You know, everything's got to be, I mean, some videos are really good that are just spontaneous, and I like those videos, but, you know, to separate yourself, you might want to come up with ideas and start planning everything. You know, it's a really big part of making a high quality production video.
To be a nerdy nigga, I'll be honest. First a wave, now I lucked out. Hella streams getting paid while I sleep, she wanna fuck now. Where was all that energy when I was broke? You were cold and hella distant when we last spoke. QB1, should I run? Should I call the plays? No remorse for the fake, let me paraphrase. I care about the real, I'm selective with my energy. If it ain't worth my sanity, I let it be. I care about the real, I'm selective with my energy. If it ain't worth my sanity, I let it be.
If you're wondering about like the prices to rent those out, so like I think Quan, like for a couple hours, like I don't know, 2 to 5 hours for each location, it was like, I don't know, like $200 to $500 each like location just to rent it out for some like a couple hours. And you know, once we got in, we like got my equipment ready and we just started filming. You know, we just didn't want to waste any time. So if you're wondering about that, yeah, Quan invested his own money to rent out these places so we can get them and have the full like control of the space and be able to utilize it. So
in my bag, I'm a lock, QB1. I'm the guy that gotta stop, QB1.
And if you notice, like some of these shots that I do, I kind of mix it in with like the angles and the b-roll. Like everything's got to be spaced out pretty good. Like you don't want a performance shot to be performing for a long time, and might, you know, people like that change of pace, and especially with the song, like you want to change up the shots, you want to change up, you know, the location, kind of whatever you feel like. For like a creative, I think that some people, I don't know, the difference between like a low quality and high quality, they know what they're looking for, you know, when they hear the music. I think music first, if the music's good, and you know, from listening to the song, you know what will look good with the song when you're listening to it. So notice like some of the b-roll shots and the angles, like it just matches the energy of the song. So actually one of the problems that I had editing this was the inconsistency of like the lighting and the exposure. So you can see like on this this frame right here, this scene at the football field, like we got there pretty early, so like the sunrise was just coming up, so it looked good for like the first hour we were filming. And then once it got like into 2 hours, the sun started to come out and it started to get more overexposed, and I couldn't really correct it well in post editing. So I kind of just used it, and I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but that was one thing I thought I could improve on this video.
QB1. I'm the guy that gotta stop. QB1. My name's hot on the block. QB1. Everybody want my spot. QB1.
And that's pretty much it. You can see like on my timeline that I have a lot of layers, so I usually label my layers for the different scenes, and they're different colors, so you can tell that they're, you know, I used different scenes, multiple angles, multiple shots, so you can definitely see like how much actually goes into it. Like I have 18 layers on this video, and yeah, it's just pretty detailed. We shot a lot, we had a lot of content, and we were able to put something sweet together. So yeah, that's just the video breakdown. If you have more questions about the video, I'll be glad to answer any questions or listen to your feedback or anything about it. So yeah, let me know, and I'll catch you on the next video.